welcome to current events. Days over here, live. Actually, this is our first show. So,
Episode
yeah, first episode
and show.
and show. So basically, it's something like that. What we've decided to talk about, there's going to be 6 topics that we're going to do on the show today, or in our first episode, which basically the first one, it will be 2 from my personal view, what caught my attention while I was on social media today, and 2 from life and what caught his attention today. Basically, that's how we're going to do that, and then we put another 2, which is going to make 6 of them, whereby it will be about what is trending lately, or what we thought we could take from what is trending and express our views on it. And then basically at the end of the show, we leave some Twitter handles, Instagram, I think, basically because we're going to open a handle also on Twitter, Facebook, and what's the other network? What's the other social network that we're going to? Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, yeah, those 3. So you can also put your own comments and what so forth.
Yep. You can put your comments on the topics that we're going to be talking about today. Would really like to hear your views on what is trending in South Africa, of course. Yeah, then we should be starting the show now.
Yeah, so I can go first if it's fine.
Yeah.
On my comments, because what I said on my comments was on the comments that I saw actually on when I was scrolling. One thing that caught my eye, the first one that I thought it would be interesting. It's this guy, Duduzi Manana. Apparently, he was a minister and stuff, and then he got fired over alleged. I think we can call it alleged because we cannot clarify whether it's the truth or not. He beat somebody up while he was out and about.
But there was a video.
It was a video. There was a video with it. Okay.
What was it? Robber, I think. Was it Robber?
Robber.
Yeah, Robber in Pretoria. This beat this woman up at the entrance.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on. They were leaving the club. I think it was late, around maybe like 1 a.m. in the morning. I don't know what she said, but apparently he didn't like what she had to say. Yeah. So the dudes gave her their hands in front of everyone. So yeah, that was public, and there was an umbrella, so he got fired.
Exactly, but and while you're in this thing, a public figure, so to say, like that, there's some things that you shouldn't do. Like somebody said that you can't be crossing the line between being a celebrity and being a public figure, because you're crossing things to the people.
Yeah, you can say that, but these people are human beings, man. They're human beings. You say the wrong thing, that guy has been drinking, I don't know what else he's been having, so it happens. He lost it, and it happens. You lose yourself. People lose themselves at work all the time. So that's why you need friends around you to hold you when you lose yourself. So that happened.
So yeah, basically, I think for now he got the blow. He's at home, and there's more videos that are surfacing now of him wearing this this so-called big brands, Gucci and whatever, and they're showing a maid. He's asking a maid, what are we wearing today and whatever, and the maid just gives him out all the clothes that he's supposed to wear.
And the house is huge.
And the house is huge. So, so people during this lockdown are asking themselves, Are these public funds or are these personal funds?
But then we know though, these people chow the money. It's not new.
Yeah,
Everyone's chow the money. President is a billionaire. No one knows where he got the money.
exactly.
We don't even know a company that he has. So you know they're chowing the money. Everyone knows they're chowing the money. It's just that they're not gonna come out and say, we're chowing the tax money. They're not gonna say that, but hey, it's how it is, and sometimes you just have to accept it. You know, they can't really do anything about it because politics is a dirty thing. Everyone has got dirt on everyone, so that's the thing. That's what makes them so untouchable. I mean, DD is our deputy president, for God's sake. But let's not talk about that guy. Is they wanna live.
Maybe for some other day we'll probably talk about him in the show. So yeah, basically that's what we think, man. Public funds, private funds, who knows? There's just videos that are going to surface, and they say where there's smoke, there's fire. So basically, you know, if the Hawks or whatever unit they call it now, they could go behind that, maybe we'd find the truth behind it. But for now, it's probably speculations whether it is or it's the public's money. But I could put a bet on it. It's public money.
But he's
anyway,
also a public person, though.
He's a public person, so
Hey, it is what it is. You know, I don't think anybody can succeed with this whole thing.
Exactly.
I mean, these people are dying out here.
Exactly.
The thing is, these people are dying and no one is like taking note of it. It's almost like we're used to it.
Exactly.
You know, the way that police officers are dying. A recent police officer was gunned down. He was investigating these horn people. There's people that were poaching these rhinos. He was investigating them. Guy was caught right-handed, but you know, police officer dead. No one is saying anything. No one's got evidence. That's the thing. The evidence always goes missing. So even if you have a good lawyer, I mean, that guy can probably get me to represent him, and all I have to do is ask, where is the evidence? Show me the concrete evidence.
Exactly.
It's not there, so what can you do? You can't do anything.
You get that there's no evidence at the end of the day.
Some people are even going as far as to say that Udada he was corrupt. He sold us out. People are saying that. You know, there's so many conspiracy theories. There's no good president. I could say Biggie was good, but then he had that HIV thing as well.
I think in a perspective of the economy, he wasn't bad. I would put it at that. He wasn't bad, even though there's some things that people are saying that it was bad, it wasn't bad. We don't know.
But you could also argue that HIV has impacted the economy in a negative way. Because all he said was like, eat some fruits and exercise. Which he was right though. If you eat some fruits and exercise enough, you can be immune to contracting the virus.
The virus, because I mean, there's a lot of things behind the virus. Because what he questioned mostly, what I got from him that I kind of understood from him, it was like, how can a virus cause diseases and stuff? You understand? A collective diseases. So, you know, there's a lot of things behind that, but anyway, maybe some other time we'll cover it as time goes by. So basically the first trend that we spoke about, because I normally use Twitter for things that are going on, because Twitter for me, like I've said, it's a bit informative, and for me it's like your local newspaper. You get a lot of things. If things happen now, an hour is enough to get it trending there. It's going to be out there at any time. So basically, and then the other, my second trend that I saw that caught my attention was this whole lockdown. I would put it like that. Why should I put it like that? Because a guy asked about it, that the president, before it happened, I saw this before it happened, before he extended the lockdown, he spoke about this. He said, we have two things. The guy was posing this to the president. He said on his status, probably I will show you the status. He said on his status, he said the president faces two things. It's either he extends the lockdown or he opens the lockdown. Based on two conditions. Why should he open the lockdown? People are losing jobs, for instance, the economy is going down. So he has to open the lockdown for those things, because if he keeps on closing the lockdown, people are going to use that. And for him to keep it, to open it, I guess, nah? For him to open it, it means lives are going to be, they will be lost probably, and people will ask, why are you putting us in danger of health and what so forth.
Yeah.
So
Life is like that. You got win-win situations and lose-lose situations.
The 50-50
is one of those things where you lose either way. So the economy is taking a hit anyway, because a lot of people get sick, a lot of people die. They're losing jobs and their lives at the same time. So I don't know.
Exactly.
You know, some of us have to work during this lockdown. We are taking that risk to say, I want my money. But there is that also risk that I could lose my life. I could also lose my job. So
exactly. Because now,
what would you do if you were president?
That's a good question. If I was president at this time, it means I would go back to the drawing board. Basically, let me put it like this. I would go back to the drawing board. Okay, what is the drawing board that I would go back to? Drawing board is calling parliament. As much as that gathering will be enough, I would call parliament in this way. Why call parliament? We need to be united at this point. We need to be united. It is a bit too late now, but we need to fix our mistakes. That's the first thing that we should get. So calling on parliament will be the first thing that I will do, because we need inputs from other people. But based on the parliament that I would be calling, it means that I don't want people attacking each other. We're there for one subject and one agenda only.
So you're saying you don't want the EFF?
The COVID. I'm not saying that I don't want the EFF. The EFF should be there, but
I'm gonna disrupt everything at the end of the day.
Yes, but what we're saying is that when I'm calling it, I'm saying that people should send members, one member each. So each political party should have their closed doors meetings first, or whatever they want to call it.
So like a send of representative.
Yes, so that exactly somebody that they have informed, somebody that they've spoken about, that they want points on the table. We look at the way forward, because why am I saying this? There's something that people should understand about lockdown or a virus or everything that is going on, because if we're gonna do a cut and paste, it's gonna be a problem. One thing I applaud about the president is that he started the lockdown early, which is good, because if he started the lockdown early, it means that in these early stages, I've even seen a graph today whereby it has decreased the number of people that are getting contracted by this whole thing. But the biggest thing that we don't have is a core plan of how we're going to get out of this. So that's why I'm saying that from the meeting that we will be having in Parliament, it would be saying that, guys, put your input. Let's see how we go forward about this. That's the first thing that I would do. From there, we take the best solutions. Why do we need a collective solution to this thing? To me, first thing, what I want to minimize is what people are going to point out or other politicians are going to point out, because it will be a collective setting that we're going to agree and disagree on. And this thing, you know what is the other thing, is that the other guy was speaking about it. It's this guy from, I forgot his name, where he's from. Oh, the Caesar. Yes, this guy from Twitter. Not Caesar or Caesar Dlomo, but this other guy called Caesar. He said that Sweden took their own strategy. We need our own strategy rather than cut and paste. That's what I would do if I was a president.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's gotta hit the nail. You have to hit the nail on the head. It's two things: make stand or stop.
Or you stop. Exactly.
There's no middle ground, no matter how much information they give you. Like for me, what I would,
as president, what would you do?
Roll it out. Bring everybody out of the military. Put people indoors by force. You know what I mean? Because at the end
until
of the
the
day,
sense.
Giving people pass. I saw this thing today that said children that are have parents that are separated are allowed to move from one
Yeah,
home to the
yeah.
next, which is
I've seen that.
unnecessary. You
Mm.
don't have to. I mean, like 2 months without seeing your mother or your father's not gonna kill you.
Yeah, yeah.
But then moving from your father's house to your mother's house could kill you. So
Exactly.
you have to look at those things. And for me, I would roll it out. It's gonna be apartheid all over again. This is how it is.
Yeah,
But I don't agree with this whole people having to suffer at home and stuff like that. But then this whole alcohol thing, like, I don't know.
Alcohol thing, I think it's something that it's a luxury. People should understand it's a luxury. So it means people should understand.
But for some people, it's not a luxury anymore. Like they need that thing. People start shaking. So they have withdrawal symptoms, especially with this smoking thing. You definitely have withdrawal symptoms there. So I don't know. Maybe they're cleaning up the country in one way or the other. So
which it is helping at some point. I think it is helping the country at some point if that's the case.
But then your economy is also taking a hit because people are not buying alcohol.
That's the thing.
I'm not buying cigarettes. And the cigarettes are something people buy. People buy more than one packet sometimes. So the economy is also taking a hit. Where I'm sure the cigarette companies are not happy about this. That's why they're hiking the prices so that the people that do buy, they buy at a higher price so they can still try. And the funny thing is that the petrol went down, but food is going up. I don't understand this whole petrol thing. It doesn't make sense. The petrol goes down, food goes up. Yeah, it means no challenge on that petrol thing. Yeah, look at us. It's been how long has it been without load shedding? There's no load shedding. So there's a lot that is going on. I mean, there's a lot of cracks, and there's that thing that shows. There's a lot of cracks on this system, the whole system. It's just a lot of cracks. But it is what it is. You know, they put you in. As a president, you have to make decisions that you think that's best. You know, some people might go as far as blaming President Trump for this whole thing. You know that type of thing. So, but it is his fault. I blame. I do. You could say that. I do blame him because what they did to Obama's administration, because Obama did talk about the pandemic. He had the whole department that was dedicated to the pandemic, seeing the pandemic, isolating the pandemic, ensuring the pandemics easily. He even talked about the Spanish flu. Right now, coronavirus, which have flu symptoms. So you could say that he kind of predicted this whole thing. So for Trump to fire that whole administration, that whole department of the administration when it came in to save money, now it's costing them big time because people are dying, a lot of people are getting sick. So, and a lot of people are going to die. I still think opening the shutdown is going to be a massive disaster. It would be disaster. Like a massive disaster because HIV people and they getting affected. They go to work. They go to work and everything, and they basically I think you know what, the economy can be fixed. Let it happen. In a way, it can be fixed. What I'm trying to say is that what is more worse here, people dying or the economy? What are we saying? We can't put people's lives at risk because what do they have? Employ the unemployed people, let them go to work, and then they will die, and then the people that were previously employed will go back in. Yeah, I don't know how that's a stupid idea, but yeah. Something like that. I don't know what you think or whatever. You can just, you can leave your comments down there. I think, but yeah. No, I'm just laughing because of this thing. It's a stupid idea. I mean, how could you take unemployed people and they don't know how to do the job, so the economy's going down. You get unskilled people, they become skilled people. Who's going to train them? Time goes by. You never know what happens in these things, because basically what they say is that they'll be looking at talented people. Talented as time goes by. That's what he said. Talented as in your natural skill. What can you do with your hands or whatever? I think that's what he wants to look at. What can you produce or what can you help the country with? You understand that type of thing. So, but basically, yeah, that was about it. That was what we wanted to speak about in Yeah, I can kick a football and score some goals.
You know the taboo. You will never know.
Entertainment. But then the league is slow, so wow.
Yeah.
I like this. And a lot of people can play soccer, so you're minimizing us, president. You're minimizing us.
Yeah. So you can leave your comments about it.
If you were president,
what would you do? Because the first topic was to do my nana lockdown. The second one we'll just call it lockdown because it's based on the lockdown. But what would you do if you were president? So you can leave the comments on that, and then I think the other two questions, the other two social trends, or it's what you thought about.
Yeah, this whole this girl, she calls herself Tando. She calls herself Tando. It's not like she's calling herself. She's called like her name is
Tando.
And what she's trying to explain is that it's just Tando. There's no extension, or there's no prefix or suffix to her name. It's just that. Tando. She even said the J is silent. But people, they just read the whole thing Tando J. So for me, the way I took it is because I understand her frustration. My second name being Success. People there was this old man when I was still going to preschool. He used to call me Successful, and that annoyed me. Like, why are you adding? What's with the additions to my name? Like, my parents when they gave me the name, they thought fitting to cut it. They Success. So there's no need to extend, and Tando has a lot of prefixes and suffixes that will Tando
Lwethu.
Yeah, stuff like that. So she was just saying.
No, I understand these things. And prefix and what's this? Suffix. Prefix is something that you put before the name. Suffix is something that you put at the end of the name. Yeah. Just the prefix and suffix thingy, just in case,
Yeah, so don't be adding prefixes and suffixes to people's names. I also had a friend, his name is Dave. I used to call him David. He used to get so angry. Like, my name is David, not David.
But basically, I think this whole thing, it makes sense, because even myself, I was once pissed about it, and, I call myself Des. Basically, everybody knows me by Des. People will start saying, "Hey, Des, man. Hey, Des, whatever." You understand? People just say things. And I was like, I even wrote a status once on Facebook about it. And I was like, you know what? You can't control people and you can't tell them what to call you. All you have to do, just give them your name and then they're going to call you whatever they want, because you give them your true name, they're going to call you something else. You give them your...
I think it's better if you
a name that you want.
Give me a fresh name. Don't add to my name. Just give me a fresh one.
So the prefix and the prefix, they don't work. I think they get annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't
know.
Maybe you feel like my name is inadequate or something like that. I don't know.
So I can understand where Tando comes from. I think you should understand too. Like, her saying that thing. It's just Tando J. Like, it's not Tando Lwethu, it's not Tando Tina or whatever you want to call it, So I think I see the point where she's coming from, and I understand that, because a lot of people, they just tend to extend with things without, maybe it's all about, I think maybe it's about how you feel. How would you feel?
Yeah, but my name. If I tell you that my name is excessive.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of personal, so to say.
It's not personal.
It is personal. So it's a personal thing. I don't know. What do you think? Do you have? You can leave a comment about it.
How would you feel if somebody added a prefix or a suffix to your name? Would you be okay with it, or would it need correction? I think it needs correction. Don't add things to my name.
Exactly.
Unless we know each other. If we know each other, then yeah, maybe. But then still though, I still say give me a fresh one. Give me a nickname, a fresh one that we can all agree on.
Yeah.
So what's next? Next up is healthcare workers.
Yeah, you spoke about healthcare workers.
47.
47.
There's about 47 healthcare workers.
Were they contracted in one hospital, or it's just? all around
I
the
just
country.
read the headline.
Mm.
I think it was in KwaZulu-Natal. The
You
hospital
can check it in the meantime.
on KwaZulu-Natal.
Mm.
So basically, my concern was that
Mm.
these are healthcare workers.
Mm.
They're fighting the virus. So we're kind of double losing. You're losing people that would help save lives, and at the same time, more people are getting infected. So I think that's a pretty scary thing because if doctors start dying, and infections is not going up, it's not there. We are going under. So it's a very, I don't know. The next 2 weeks will show. Maybe there'll be another extension. I think the most dangerous thing is the HIV positive people.
But going back to the healthcare workers. So how are we going to deal with this thing? Healthcare workers.
We don't have enough masks.
We do. You know what you said. There's something that you said a bit earlier. During the day when we were speaking, you said these guys maybe they're not aware of how the virus works, or they don't know what the virus really is, even though if they're care workers. Because you told me that, somebody else can just eat chips with the same gloves.
No, but those ones, they
But how are they getting contracted then with this virus?
They're repeating masks.
That's the thing. That's why I'm saying that maybe these guys, they might be healthcare workers, but they don't know the decency of it. Or like you say, there's no masks.
It's the weird thing. What you gonna do? You use a mask today, you throw it away. You come back tomorrow, you have no mask. Or you use a mask today, keep that mask and use it tomorrow.
So basically, it's the equipment that we're lacking. That's why these people are we can throw it to that. Why are they getting infected? It's because we do not have equipment. And this equipment is the same equipment that these healthcare workers need. I think Cyril said there's 1 point something billion it will be.
That's why they put in face shields. That's why they those.
So, like I say, they say there's 1 point something billion that is put for this face mask and this equipment. I think it will solve the solution, but let it happen as soon as possible. Let's say 1 point something billion that is there. Let it work from tomorrow.
Yeah, but why does that work from tomorrow?
Because
how long has it been there?
I don't know, but he just came up and he said that on TV that they use this money.
I don't trust it. I don't trust man. Not too much money, man. Too much.
So, but basically, that's what I think it should happen. They should, because now we're looking at the source. We're saying that the source is that equipment is not there, protective clothing is not there. Let them deal with it accordingly. Let these people get these things because it's going to affect them. It's going to affect the whole country. It's going to affect. If we're losing healthcare workers, imagine what's going to happen. We're losing 2 times the battle. The healthcare workers are essential, and he's helping the non-essential person.
I don't know. Maybe want to train us.
Non-essential
people. Yes, that tonight will be there for you guys. You guys.
You know.
Give me a scalp. That's the thing. I'm gonna chop you up.
Yeah, so basically, maybe they should train people for this virus. I don't know.
Yeah, but how long is it though? That's the thing. If they take the retired old
people,
geezers, and then they tell them to
go back
those
in
are the retired ones that can't work.
They can go back in there.
Yeah. It's not difficult. Just to people cross contamination
and whatever have
put a drip. How difficult is to put a drip? I don't know. They put drips. I think they put you gotta put a drip.
So there's no treatment. They're not giving them anything.
I think there's like medicine or something. I'm not sure.
They could be, man. Come on. How? Okay. They might say there's no. What's this thingy? There's no help me here. No cure for it. But people are recovering. So how are people recovering?
I'll give you Panado. Okay.
They give you Panado and you get help. Those are the things, I don't know. Things that you should be asking, like, what is going on?
You can give them ARVs though. I think if you give a normal person ARVs and they have the virus, they would recover.
They would recover.
Yeah, because ARVs are immune boosters. It's just difficult when you've been taking ARVs. then you get the virus.
You get that virus. So it becomes worse, and people will probably lose out in something.
No, you're definitely going to die if you have HIV. That's how it is. That's what they said. Yeah.
Stay at home.
Stay at home. Especially if you have HIV. I don't know.
It's not. Yeah. So
that happens. People. That's the scary thing. But hey, we'll see.
Let's hope not more healthcare workers will be dying.
They have to close the hospital, so they say. Which is another problem. If you close the hospital, where are you going to put all those patients?
And the president didn't mention any of that. What he mentioned it was that there are places that are set and are well equipped, something like that. Like they're well equipped for people that cannot quarantine themselves. They're going to be taken there. So we don't know. But I mean, this is big news. They should have at least said something about it. That's why I'm like, there's no clear, straight strategy on how we deal with this virus because there's a lot.
Typical South African mentality, isn't it? We joke about it, and then when it's serious, we just find a way to deal with it. We're lucky Ebola didn't come this way. It would have been a disaster.
Most definitely. But apparently, since speaking about Ebola, I think then there was no cure. Now there is a cure
for Ebola.
Funny thing.
Yeah, but I think Ebola would have been. You could deal with Ebola because it's too deadly. It kills you quick. So all you have to do is get all those infected people that have Ebola, put them in one place, let them die, and then that's it. I know that's horrible.
Going to Korea. Is it the Korean way or South Korea?
South Korea.
Going to South Korea.
Zero infections.
It's not that funny. It's not funny, but the strategies of how that guy uses. It's just crazy.
It's effective.
It's
Mourinho-like. It's effective. People don't have to like it, but it's going to happen.
It's of the country. Look at the country now.
How many people did it kill? I don't know. I think one.
We don't have any stats. I think it was 2.
You killed 2?
Yeah, I think it was 2.
And thousands are living.
Boom!
Solution right there. If I was president, I would kill everybody that's infected.
Watch out, guys. This shouldn't be president of this country.
Vote for me. I'm running for presidency.
So, yeah,
yeah. Didi has to die first. Kill me.
You will have a problem with Didi. But anyway, so basically, the things that we wanted to look at, the trends that we thought are trending, and man, it's going to be Easter soon. I mean, it's Passover. We all know the world is just not happy, but are you happy? Are you happy about Passover? What is Passover?
For me, Easter, I don't know. I've never been an Easter person.
Yeah.
I've never known when Easter is. So I don't know. It's kind of weird though to celebrate the loves today that a person was alive. That's weird. But that goes for Christianity for you. They actually celebrate the day the guy was crucified. So the Passover thing, I don't know. You're with your family, isn't that what it's about?
Yeah, basically Passover is basically
you're with your family, you're eating food.
Eat food and they go to church, they pray.
Okay, maybe the church part might be a bit of a problem, but at the end of the day, I think
conferences, people having conferences, ZCC, the largest, I think, in South Africa.
Oh, yeah, that whole
So they go to this,
Yeah, that guy has to be strong, man.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I think I'm saying the virus, I think the cure should be somewhere there.
And that's it. They should drink that tea.
That tea.
Definitely.
You never know what that tea would do.
They're probably drinking that tea now. Yeah. Sipping that tea.
So, yeah, I mean, people would be traveling today for Passover. This whole Easter thing because...
Now they should stay at home and eat food with your family, even though you don't like it. Even if you don't like it.
Yeah, so it means...
Bread.
For me, I wouldn't say much about Passover. The one thing about Passover or the one thing about Easter is a holiday. We go out there and do things or whatever. Easter is about connecting. I mean, other people during Easter, they go to their graves, to their lost loved ones. They put flowers. Some do the traditional, I don't know what they call it.
Yeah, but they're not anyway.
So... I don't know about these holidays, man. I got mixed feelings about holidays. There's a lot between holidays and who knows who came up with these things. But anyway, this is what I think about Easter. Easter is Passover. It's diluted. We don't because we don't know what we're celebrating. Do you really know why you're celebrating Passover? Do you really know why you're celebrating?
A celebration, though?
You know, and actually, like you say, why do we celebrate somebody dying and
his last meal? That's like going and throwing a party when someone is about to get the electric chair.
Exactly.
Guys, the party. Although they do get the last meal, they do get the last meal. So the core of it is food and eating with family. You know, it's just that people don't do that enough. You know. Traditionally, non-coronavirus world, people they just go home. Maybe they might spend time at the graves. I've never seen that myself. Then after that, it's all booze. So what they should do is deliver booze at people's doors. Exactly. How about that? Deliver booze. You order online and then they deliver at your door. You drink at home, isn't it?
I mean, basically what I've seen, we're going through a digital evolution, so to say. I think, honestly speaking, let's look at this. We're going through, it's either we have to adapt to this thing. Even this correctional guy service, Ronald Lamula said that, look, guys, we need to change the way how the prison systems are supposed to operate, the in contact and the paperwork and everything, which means we're going, it's either whether we like it or we don't like it. We need to look at the future. We need to work towards the future. That's why I'm saying that put everybody on. Put all of these politicians on. Let them throw ideas instead of taking punches towards each other.
They're too old.
It means, exactly, that's another thing. So, like I'm saying, let's realize that we're going through a digital evolution, so to say. So, like you say, let it be somebody orders, they come and deliver. Simple as that. You know. So basically, Passover. What do you think?
My dad still buys newspapers, so if you're looking for someone that is old to come up with new age solutions, that's not happening. We need fresh blood to come in the planet.
So what do you think about Passover? Is it different during this lockdown, or how do you feel about Easter? Will Easter be different for you this Passover? I mean, this during this lockdown, because the world is not looking good, but
it's definitely gonna be different. There's gonna be earthquakes soon. People are shaking so much.
Exactly.
There'll be earthquakes around South Africa. Just random earthquakes. It's gonna be like everyone has a Nokia 3310 phone in their pocket. It's about to get real out here. So
if you enjoy your Easter, enjoy your Easter. Happy Easter. And anyway, the last thing that I wanted to talk about it was some of people, they call him, that is it, I don't know what they call him, but I think there's a tweet that said something like, it was a bit trending, but it's the same person, Cyril, our president.
The hard sweet.
I think they say, oh Cyril or something.
Yeah, people are complaining, they say they're running out of food, they're not getting paid their salaries, people that have been entrenched, they want to look for work, they can't look for work.
He's been trending.
People are complaining, you know.
He's been trending this whole.
But the big thing is
speech.
food.
He's been trending.
People are hungry.
I think within an hour I hit about that 73 something K.
73 something K?
Yeah, 73.3 K.
It's obvious. When people are hungry, they got a lot to say.
What do you think about our president? Is he okay? Is he doing fine?
It's too soft.
It's too soft.
Yeah, but we don't know though. I think like Cyril has got some serious skeletons in them closets.
Yeah.
Some serious skeletons. I mean, you can see how he got elected. You know, how DD used Bomalaga to get the deputy seat.
Yeah.
How I don't know what he has on Cyril to remain on the deputy seat. So that's something. I think there's some serious skeletons about how he gets his money, because it's fishy. You're a billionaire, show me a company. You know? You must be.
What are you doing?
You gotta have something. Billionaires have something. Bill Gates has Microsoft, Zuckerberg has Facebook.
So how
billionaires have tenders.
Yeah.
You know, tenders. You know, that's what the money reach out. That's how they channel the money though. Maybe Cyril shout some tender money. How about that? I don't know. My problem is how you get that rich, and we don't have something that we can concrete point at it. Yeah.
Because of that.
At least this Mandana guy, because he had a job or something. I don't know. But then it didn't give him that. But you can point at something.
So it will probably go down as the Zuma cancer thing.
Oh, Zuma.
Was a loan, a bond or something. Paid it off.
I think Zuma was
got,
like...
this Manana guy. It will be some sort of something like that.
It's definitely something like
got
that.
Got a loan,
I mean, if I'm president, you're my brother. You chowing too. There's no ways. It's how it is. Charity begins at home. We don't say it enough here in South Africa. So
most definitely.
We are chowing. That's how it is.
We look out for each other. If you don't, then
so you with qualifications at home, you need to get them connects. Get them qualifications. Get them connects. But it'll be a good thing if you have those qualifications and then get them connects. You know, because we don't want to hire unskilled people. Because that will
because basically what we want to see people doing what they know, not something that they don't know.
Yeah, then you gotta fix the education system.
Oh well, that's another skeleton for another day. Yeah. If we need to touch this, we can speak about it the whole day. So yeah, basically Cyril. For me, Cyril he's not bad, He's a kind of chill the president, so to say. He's not. In the long run, I think Cyril has a plan.
Yeah,
in the long run.
How long has it been?
I'm hoping in the long run he has a plan. Which way does I think he has a plan? He's kicking out the uneducated, so to say. Even though the educated might be a problem at the end of the day, because first thing we spoke about people not being skilled about what they know. They might know something, but they might not be skilled, You might have a qualification, but you don't know how to do the job. So that's why I'm saying that maybe Cyril, I'm thinking and I'm hoping, I'm putting my bet on it, that he has a long-term strategy. But one thing I've realized about him is that I think he's taking orders from somebody. If it was him doing this whole thing by himself, I'd say that he has a strategy. So I don't know. Titi is smart though.
So basically, Cyril is Zulu, but can read.
Yeah, he can read. He's private school Zuma.
Yeah, private school Zuma.
Yeah, private school Zuma that way. So we don't know. We'll see. But what do you think about Cyril? Cyril's been training. People can.
He's a businessman. You can't trust businessman. You say Trump is a businessman.
Yeah, that one is true. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at how Trump deals with these things, and look at how Cyril deals with these things. Trump just comes in there with no speech, no nothing. If somebody's dead, he tells you that, yeah, he's dead. Cyril will have to explain. And the past, who and whatever. So basically, that's what I'm saying.
He knows how to speak.
We don't know.
Cyril knows how to speak. He's like a low-grade Obama.
Cyril probably low-grade Obama.
Yeah.
Obama had proper speaking. Yeah, I think once trended for that.
Obama can speak. He's one of those people. It's kind of like Mandela. So like when he speaks, you listen to him. I mean, well trained. To say that we don't listen to Cyril, of course we listen to the president. But Obama speaks better. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it for the show. Yeah. You'll have our Twitter handles, let's just say social media handles at the bottom, and then you can even comment, and then we'll leave everything from there, and then be in touch with us. Let us know what you think, and don't forget the main topic. So, how would you feel if somebody added a prefix to your name? If you were the president, what would you do during this lockdown? Would you extend, or would you discontinue it?
The healthcare workers.
What do you think about Cyril? What do you think about Cyril?
The healthcare workers.
The healthcare workers dying. Would you close down the hospital?
Would you close it down, or is the solution you getting more equipment?
If you were to close down the hospital, would you take on those sick people?
Yeah. To do the manana? What you think? Just tell us what you think about him. Is it private or public money? I don't know. You tell us. And
South Korea, do you agree with their methods?
oh yeah,
Yeah, and Song is serving military.
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
See that
Yeah.
South Korea guy doesn't take nothing.
No, it doesn't. So yeah, basically, just tell us what you think from our topics that we had today. This is our first episode.
Yeah,
And
podcast.
hoping, yeah, podcast. So hoping that in the near future, actually every day, stay tuned to us. We're bringing this every 2 days. I mean,
Every 2 days.
every 2 days we're gonna bring it.
Hopefully you can
So
do
enjoy the lockdown. You're gonna enjoy us. I mean, we'll
this.
bring
Enjoy
you
food. Tomorrow's this day.
tomorrow's this.
So you wait. The Passover is when? It's
It's
tomorrow.
today.
It's today.
Passover
So
is
people
today.
was about to eat today.
Mm.
So tomorrow we're celebrating the dead.
No, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow he's going to the grave. I think he's dying today, midnight. Wake up in the morning. They take him to the grave. Grave tomorrow. Grave on Saturday.
That is
He's
crazy.
waking. Yeah. So basically,
How would you do
Yeah.
if somebody put a big crucifix and told you to carry it? That thing was heavy, man. I'll tell you, no ways. I don't want.
so
Kill
yeah.
me now.
Yeah. Let us know what you think, man. Yeah. We'll put the topics down at the end, I think, of the video. You'll see what we spoke about, and you can comment whenever you can. Hashtags, we'll probably give out a new hashtag. Actually, the new hashtag is current events 0405. Yeah.
Current events.
Just add, yeah, current events 0405. Whatever you comment, just put current events 04. Probably make it trend or something.
And then we'll get back to you guys.
Yeah.
We'll tell you all. And we'll get more topics, of course.
Yeah.
More events. We'll tell you how
More
this
events.
goes.
Yeah.
Alcohol-free Easter. How about that?